Frankly, I saw myself as the protagonist. The film, as soon as it was scripted to me. He is humbly successful, yet doesn't try too hard to be the center of the universe. He believes in writing his own destiny, which is exactly the kind of morals I have followed my entire career. He doesn't sit on his laurels, and he's not out there to prove a point. He's there to do what he believes in most and give it the best shot.
Take chances. That's your style also, isn't it?
Well,
not just about directors.
I've worked with the new heroines also, if you would say that. But I loved doing that. I don't want to do a typical hero's role who comes and bashes up 15 to 20 guys and who is the real hero of the film. I like film which I can play a character. Even a Bhool Bhulaiya or a Hera Fairy or Singh is King, anything is just a character. I don't play a typical hero film. That's my, I like to do a character.
So far, you got so far and you obviously fought hard for it. Now tell me, that I found incredible, the story you said about your family going every Saturday. And you know, everyone writes. They write, when they write Akshay Kumar, they write Akshay Kumar, the person who was a waiter, fought his way up, martial arts. I know the usual references that are there. You look back then, you still keep in touch with your old friends. Do they remember your struggle now? Have you come too far in life from where you started out from, Akshay?
I look at it every time.
You do?
Every 2 months or 3 months, I go to that same place.
Where?
You know, like one of my films didn't do well. Any of my films, when they don't do well, or when they do well, that's the time I go there and just look at myself. And if a film doesn't do well, I was just thinking, yeah, that's no problem. What did I bring? I didn't bring anything. I just had 125 rupees. And I had gone to buy a book called What is Acting? And that also I couldn't afford it when I was buying it because it says 270 rupees. And I couldn't buy that book. And I remember in Kolaba I went to buy that book, How to Learn Acting, by somebody, I forgot the name. And it was 270 rupees. But now I have so much. God has been very kind. They've given me so much. So every time if a movie flops, I just go there and sit down and relax. I'm at that time it's very stressful. You know, it can happen to everybody. It happens to everybody if a movie flops. So you just, you know what I'm trying to say. It's too much of stress at that time. But then going to my places where I used to stay and sitting down for about 15 minutes, or going to a gurdwara where I used to go and pray with my nani, just sitting down for 5 minutes, it solves all the problem. And that's what I want to tell people. I mean, so this is the best thing to people who, if you're low for anything, just go to your past, be there for a while, and come back and see what you have achieved, and you will be out of that stress forever. Only thing is, the only best way to do a character is you have to trust yourself, you have to trust your director, and you have to trust the fact that you have got into this film and now there is no turning back.
Right.
So it is rather better that just give whatever you can, go ahead, believe in it, and just do it.
Right.
I enjoy it. As you rightly said, I just enjoy the risk. It's fun. Come on, guys. Who will get... Anybody would want to do that, and I get paid for it. I get paid for all that.
I don't know if I'd want to be paid, even paid to do that.
Yeah, but I enjoy it. I enjoy jumping off a chopper, a plane, swimming with sharks, and I get paid for it, and my whole family is along with me, and it's a paid holiday. What else do I want in life?
You've gone so...
I have, to be honest, I never do makeup.
Yeah.
I have never done makeup in my life. It's been 25 years, I never put any kind of makeup, but this movie, I have done all the makeup of these 25 years into this. And I swear to God, 3 hours I had to sit on a chair. I don't know how many films I've watched on television just while they are doing some makeup on me. And it used to take 1 hour to remove this makeup. So my patience level has increased. Like, I'm already a very patient guy, but with this I have increased my patience level a lot. And trust me, I'm very thankful to Shankar sir, to Rajni sir, to Subhashji to allow me to be a part of this film. And I was very shocked when they chose me to enact in front of Rajni sir, whose fan we all have been. So it has been a great honor.
Sing is Bling, which releases next week, will be your 4th film this year. In a year when Salman Khan has 2 films, Shah Rukh Khan has 1 film, Amir Khan has no films, you have 4 releases. How do you explain this, Akshay? Do you work harder than the others, or is it that they choose films more carefully perhaps?
A lot of people ask me, how can you do 4 films? I do films which get over, like Mujhse Shaadi Karoge, I remember, got over in 32 days.
Wow.
Namaste London got over in 33 days. I come on time, I go on time. I work for 8 hours. I don't work on Sundays. I take 1.5 to 2 months of holiday every year. After every movie which gets over, I take a week's holiday. So my family cannot complain that the father doesn't take holidays. I do 4 films. If I even count for every film 60 days, it'll come to 240 days, and I have 135 or 140 days which are empty.
Akshay, Salman came on the show, and he's actually, when I asked him and we spoke about his contemporaries, and he said actually the only actor who has shown growth as a movie star and has really reinvented himself over the last 2 decades was you.
I just do my work because there's so much work.
Yeah.
There's plenty of work
to be done.
Yeah.
It looks like, you know, you're running your own show on your own terms, in your own way, in your own life. It definitely does.
I've always done that because, Karan, from beginning of my career, no big people have given me a film.
Right.
From maximum, I've done 1 or 2 films with Chopras.
Right.
And that's it. I have not got any big banners. I've always given hits with newcomers. Take some clipping from one of my films. So we said, let's do a clipping rather than just taking it from it. And then they came up with the idea of Return of Khiladi. I said, let's put action and comedy together. And then he had in mind something, so he told me. And improvisation kept on going on the set. With Farah, we just thought about it more and more. And whatever, like we look around and the cameraman and the spot boys, the light guys, if everybody laughs, then we go ahead with it. The whole sequence was done in 2 hours time. You won't believe it.
Really?
The whole sequence, from the beginning to the end, it was done in 2 minutes. Oh, sorry, 2 hours.
Fantastic.
I really enjoyed that. And again, when I heard about it, it's all about me hearing it. If I like it, I'll go ahead and just do it. A lot of people would be shy about putting a gun here and just shooting it.
Yeah.
It's just a film. It's entertaining. It's laughing, smiling. People go enjoy. They pay $150 to go and watch a movie. They're not going to be considering, I mean, say, kaise kar liya isne yaar, how bad is this? It's just fun. It's funny.
Yeah, I know.
Guys, that means you're spending your hard-earned money to just getting entertained. That's all.
Akshay, you've been working 25 years as an actor, and it's really been a roller coaster ride to get to this place where you are right now. In these years, the film industry has changed considerably. The way that movies are made has changed considerably. The audience has changed. Do you feel like you're a very different person from when you started out?
Yes, everything has changed in me, I must say. How I was physically.
Physically, not so much. You probably become leaner.
So that is a change.
Right.
So everything has changed. Technology has changed. Screenplay kind of how people look at it. The audience have changed. The place you go to watch cinemas have changed. So I think a lot of things have changed here. So many zeros have been added to my checks. So a lot of things have changed here.
All the young kids in the industry, they always say that Akshay, you're the inspiration for fitness or anything like that. Like they actually call you the Bruce Lee of India. Is that very flattering?
Well, I feel good about when they talk about my health, and it adds a lot of responsibility on my head that I have to maintain it. Yeah. You know, I just cannot have a heart attack now. Just heart attack aa gaya. So and everything is crashed. My whole market is crashed.
Somebody was